man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Touchdown, Cavaliers! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution of that punt return.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They boot it away on 4th down. He'll return it from the 50. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Cavaliers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They're trying to slam it in. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Touchdown, Virginia! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to get the edge on the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
The Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He lobs one high down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Throws to the tight end. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. This time he's got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. A first down run in the red zone. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fat.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
One final play before the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run it out of the shotgun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in the field.
He has the first and still on his feet. And the Cowboys in the hurry up.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. It's caught. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back straight right in behind them and pick up the first.
The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down, just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Toss sweep to the right. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last two drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
He's got an open man. He's running free down the middle. Past the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wyoming!
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He'll try the left side. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Cavaliers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the grab. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. No huddle offense to the line. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. A strike downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. He spins that thing down the middle. And it's caught inside the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Cowboys will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Cavaliers moving quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
Handoff to the lone back. He breaks a tackle. Got enough for the first down. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Cavaliers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Fighting off the defender. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Looking for the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Takes it the other way. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Quarterback keeps it on the sneak.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard as heck to stop, but nice job by the defensive lineman. Get off the football. Don't allow them.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wyoming. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He's looking to pass. Got his man on the right. He's not going to get it in, and the lead will remain 18 as they were trying to make this a two-possession game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Runs through the tackle. Got enough for the first. Flying out to the left. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cavaliers. And the stomping has commenced.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Going to swing it on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Keeps it and gets the first down. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Cowboys will hustle to the line. To the air on second down. Here's a heat. Moves around to clear up the vision. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the right. All by himself. Touchdown, Wyoming. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. On the run, it's Stout. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Hits the crease. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the 3rd period, and will carry that one into the 4th. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. Just keeps moving. Touchdown, Virginia. And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
You become a really good football coach when you got guys like that you can hand it to. Look at him, break tackles and shows you the speed to run away from the defense. Jesse, he is an absolute nightmare.
That's a great point, David. You don't have to scheme this guy up perfectly, which means you don't have to have everybody accounted for blocking, because he'll make them miss or he'll break tackles. And then you're right. Once you get into the open field, it's not just physical running, but how about the ability to hit the jets and take it the distance?
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He's got the back in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. The Cowboys want to move quickly.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He makes a catch.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
Wants to keep it in the air. He's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's got it at the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Cowboys with the 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got the back over the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Pocket breaking down. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the...
Touchdown, Cowboys! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the... Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. It's incomplete, so the 2-point conversion no good, but there is a flag on the play.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. They want to see if they can score the deuce. He'll set up to throw. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the 1st. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure.
Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cavalier. And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They go to the ground, and he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
The Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
No gain on the play.
And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Cowboys are in the hurry up. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Looking to throw. Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Wants to go up top. He wants it all. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive.